Welcome to the Maximum Gaming Retro channel. I'm your host David, and today's topic is on the new Xbox One S. Now, I've seen a lot of videos over the last week after its release from big companies, IGN, and all these other reviewers talking about if you should upgrade your current Xbox One to the Xbox One S, which is great. But nobody has ever touched on the fact that if you don't own an Xbox One at all, should you go out and buy the Xbox One S, or should you try and get one of the Xbox One, the original ones that are on sale everywhere? So that's going to be my main focus, even though I will also cover the benefits of upgrading one if you do happen to have one. So let's get started. So first off, you'll notice with the Xbox One S is that it comes in white instead of black like the original Xbox One. Also, the original Xbox One was huge. I mean, I finally saw one for the first time in person the other day, and my God, that thing is giant. Good thing, though, is the Xbox One S, being the slim version, is 40% smaller, which is always a good thing. The system is now down to about the size of the PS4. And the nice thing is they've internalized the power brick. So instead of getting the power cable and having this giant brick that's sitting outside plugged into your wall, it's now internalized and you get this nice little standardized power cable like you'll get in the PS4 or any other, device that you might have. Also, cool new benefits of the system hardware-wise is that it has a 2 terabyte hard drive, which is great, especially this day and age when, all your games are massive, right? Game saves are giant. Everything is installed now onto the hardware to help games run better. So, I mean, there's a big jump from last generation to this generation, especially if you had maybe a smaller hard drive on your Xbox 360 or a PS3. It wasn't that big of a deal. But especially on the new consoles, the PS4 and the Xbox One, games are massive. So you'll want to get a large hard drive, and a lot of people have already been complaining about the 500 gigabyte current hard drive being way too small. I know my PS4 has a 500 gig hard drive, and I've already filled that thing up with only 4 games. You're constantly having to delete games and install new ones, and if you want to play the old games, you have to reinstall them. That's a giant hassle. So the bigger the hard drive, the better. And this one, 2 terabytes, should be plenty. Now there are going to be a 1 terabyte version and a 500 gigabyte version coming out later this year. But for now, the 2 terabyte version is the only one currently available. Now, other important features include 4K resolution and the high dynamic range. Now, those things have been a little vaguely explained, and so I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. First off, with the 4K, apparently it's only been really utilized when it comes to current movies and the ultra high definition Blu-rays. So games at the moment aren't coming out utilizing 4K, which means that your games will still only run in 1080p, which is not so much of a bad thing because it's sort of a future-proofing system so that when the games actually do come out in 4K, you'll be already ready to play them. Now, of course, this only functions if you have a 4K TV, but like I said earlier, it's sort of future-proofing it, so if you only have a 1080p TV right now, it's not that big of a deal. That's one of the big things people were saying in other reviews, was that if you don't have a 4K TV, then don't bother. My opinion, not the case. I mean, I've always been a little bit behind when it comes to my TVs and the systems, but I mean, if you're going to use these systems for a long time, why not? You have your older TV, eventually you're going to upgrade the TV, probably before the console, and then you'll actually be able to utilize the console to its full capacity. In the meantime, you can just enjoy it in standard, complete, high-definition 1080p. Now, some added features of the Xbox One S is the 2 terabyte version does come with a vertical stand, so in case you don't like your system laying down, it can stand up. Also, it comes with a brand new, slightly tweaked Xbox One controller, which apparently now has a texturized back for better grip, and it includes Bluetooth. Now, here's the cons. If you're planning on getting the new system, new system, higher prices. So the current 2 terabyte version is running for $399.99, so $400 for this new system. Now, you're wondering, is that worth the upgrade, or is it worth buying the new system? Perhaps. Let's go over some of the bundles and deals you can get with the original Xbox One. So currently, Microsoft is really pushing getting rid of the older systems. They seem to have a bunch of bundles out, and they're really trying to push people buying them up so that there's more room on the store shelves for the new Xbox One S. So current bundles available are the original Xbox One 500 gigabyte Name Your Game bundle. Now this comes with your choice of either Forza 6, Rise of the Tomb Raider, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, or the Rare Replay, and that's only $250. Much better than $400, I'd say. On top of that, there are some bundles for the Xbox One with a 1 terabyte hard drive in the Division bundle. Comes with the Division, that's about it, but it's with the 1 terabyte hard drive for a mere $300. So you're saving $100, but I guess you're only getting half the hard drive space. So, take your pick there. The other choice you have is Xbox One 500 gig with the Halo collection. So it comes with the Halo collection plus Halo 5. So you're getting 2 games plus the system for $300, which not as good of a deal as the Name Your Game bundle, but I guess if you're a big Halo fan, the system is a special Halo Edition version of the system, and the controller is also a special Halo Edition, so you may want to look into that if you're big into Halo. Also, the Xbox One Elite is still available, 1 terabyte, for $400. So if you're interested in still getting the Elite, which is, 1 terabyte is kind of negated now with the new system having 2 terabytes, but this comes with the special Elite controller, which is customizable and supposed to be higher quality. So it's all up to you. If you want to spend only $250, you can get the 500 gig system plus your choice of a game, and that saves you about $150 to either buy more games, get another controller, or just upgrade your hard drive with an external hard drive. Now, unfortunately, you cannot upgrade the internal hard drive of the Xbox One, at least not easily. You may be able to if you tear the whole thing apart, but that would obviously void your warranty. So it depends. Do you want the brand new system? It's shiny, it's new, it's got 2 terabyte hard drive, it's 40% smaller, it's got a bunch of future-proofing 4K resolution gaming? Or do you want to save some money, buy the older system in either 500 gigabyte or 1 terabyte, get some cool games along with it, and potentially use that other money to save up for something else? Choice is yours. I'm just giving you these options. So are you planning on getting an Xbox One S? Do you already have an Xbox One and are planning on upgrading? Or are you just going to buy the system for the first time? Let me know below in the comments, and stay tuned for more videos right here on Maximum Gaming Retro.